All right, everybody, Elijah here from the Extra Innings Podcast, and today we have another breakdown. Today, our breakdown is going to feature the Mets and the Cardinals from yesterday, or I'm sorry, I think it was Saturday or yesterday. Anyway, so here's the situation. We got bottom of the eighth, 1-2 count. St. Louis up 7-4 over the Mets. They're playing in New York, and we have Francisco Lindor at the plate. So I had seen kind of the aftermath of the play. I didn't really dig into it. I didn't quite see what was going on, what kind of like set off Lindor, because I'd never seen Lindor as upset as he was on this play, at least not in a long time. And if he has it, I probably forgot just because he's a pretty tame player. But I saw him like absolutely unleash on this umpire, and I thought, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to view this. I wanted to break it down. Is this another feature on the ump show? Because the umpires have been on one this year. For whatever reason, they've just been on the struggle bus. Or is Lindor out of line? So let's check it out. So here we go. We have a 1-2 count. Lindor up at the plate. Let's watch the play in full, and then we'll break it down. So let's see.
He went around, but the ball gets away from Contreras. The throw is
Jesus, what a
high.
throw.
And Lindor is safe at first base. It does go down as a strikeout.
He's backing up.
Technically his fourth of the day. However, he is currently arguing with home plate umpire Eric Bacchus, who is
Out of
claiming
the
that he was
baseline.
out.
Okay. So first impressions, looking at the play. Number one, what throw was that from Contreras? Because, geez, that was horrible. First note. Second note, if he's calling Lindor out of the baseline, if you guys didn't see it, let's replay it because he was way out of the baseline. Let's see.
He went around,
There's a
but the
swing.
ball gets away from Contreras.
Oh
The
my
throw is
gosh.
high. And Lindor
He's in
is
the
safe at
grass.
first base. It does
He's
go
nowhere
down as a
near it.
strikeout.
Oh,
Technically his
Lord.
fourth of the day.
One more
However,
time.
he is
One more time.
He went around, but the ball gets away
I'll
from
pause it. Okay. So let's break this down. So he swings, misses, obviously. Ball kicks this way off the block. He takes off. Look at where Lindor is. For reference, this is the base path. There's a whole base path brought up so that it limits injuries to first basemen. There's no collisions. They've been trying to make the play at first a much more safer experience because there's been some crazy-ass injuries that have happened. But yeah, so this is the baseline. So for reference, and I don't want to mansplain anything. If you know the rules, forgive me. If you don't know the rules or don't know what happened here, let me explain. So when you're batting, right, so you have a line. So this is brought up here because this is when it needs to get serious, right? So it's up to the umpire's discretion for the halfway point where you run, because people can swing, you can fall, anything can happen out the box, but you need to really course correct to be in the base path here, or you're going to be in this situation. You're going to get called out, right? So clearly Lindor's past this mark, and he's still in the grass, course correcting to make it to first base, right? Now, like I said, up to umpire's discretion. You can run anywhere you want here, but you gotta tighten it up here, right? He's over here, so he's about a baseline over. Now, I have a theory off of Contreras' throw here, right? So Lindor's running here because he wants to protect. It's a 7-4 game, bottom of the eighth. They're trying to win. The Mets have been, off and on. They're trying to get something going here. They got two more chances. It's a 3-1 ball game. So there's still a chance to win here if they can get something going here in the eighth. Lindor strikes out. He clearly led off the inning. There's no outs. Leads off the inning, strikes out poorly. And he thinks, okay, ball skid this way. Ball skids over here. If I can get a little bit of a bubble here, I can maybe disrupt the view of the first baseman. He may overthrow, maybe can't make the play. I get on first, and then we're kind of going to jumpstart a rally here. Well, buddy, you went way too far. If you were trying to sell anything, it was nowhere near. So I think that's Lindor's MO, is he's trying to block and trying to make this a really hard play for the catcher. Now, as he's doing that, I think Contreras is Contreras is one of the best catchers in the league. Smart guy. He's thinking, okay, if I'm over here, I see Lindor in the grass. I mean, the whole fucking stadium sees him in the grass. I mean, it's very obvious what this man is doing, right? I think if I'm Contreras here, I'm thinking, okay, Lindor is way in my sights. If I can sell this overthrow and let's say they don't call it, I can say, well, I didn't have a clear view at first because Lindor was in the baseline. So I think everyone had an MO on this play. Everyone's thinking fast on their feet. Everyone had an MO here. And if you don't know why this thing exists, so you're supposed to give the catcher and the first baseman are supposed to have a clear path, right? Which is why when you play the game, it's like, hey, if you get a ball this way. It's outside, 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 and you get a clear lane here. You're supposed to make it right here so that, and then the first baseman adjusts so that there's a clear play here, so there's no disruption here, right? So you have a clear lane here. Inside, inside, anything in here or over here, inside, inside, first baseman sets up on this side of the bag, and you get a clear throw here. This guy's trying to disrupt that path. Illegal. Can't do that. That's why there's a base path. To number one, eliminate collisions, eliminate Achilles getting blown out. No one's ankles are getting stepped on. These guys are wearing metal spikes. So it's more of a safety thing than anything, but also it's to make sure that the play ends fairly, right? So clearly here, Lindor had no intentions of making this a fair play. He was all the way in the grass and then had the audacity to lose his shit on the umpire when, if you look at the replay, he's nowhere near the baseline. So let's see it one more time. We'll let it play through. Here we go. Egregious throw. Egregious throw. Good back up there.
Technically his fourth of the day. However, he is currently arguing with home plate.
I don't know why you argue with it.
Was claiming that he was out of the baseline on his way to
I want to see this one.
So here's the swing, the check swing. He realizes the ball gets by. Now he's going to take off for first base. And Contreras is going to be getting the ball to try to...
Okay, real quick. So, like I said, when I said they're all thinking on their feet, he sees that the ball skids. So he knows exactly at that moment what he's going to do. He knows. Ain't no way you don't know.
Contreras is going to be getting the ball to... So that's going to
look at this course correction here. That's what I wanted to see.
See where he's running.
So he is way over here. Watch this course correction.
So that's going to make...
And he curved it back in right there.
That.
So he takes a huge step this way to make it to the bag.
That's going to make the throw, even though it was a bad throw. That's what they teach you. They used to teach you to throw it right at the runner's back. So
you are supposed to throw it right at the runner's back. I was taught that. A lot of people are taught that. Throw at the runner's back, because if it hits him and it's in the line, it's the same thing, and it'll teach him not to do it again. That's an old school way of baseball. I guess the new way of baseball, especially with a superstar like Lindor, overthrow, then fight for the call. Baseball's a different game these days. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, guys, this seems very obvious. The umpire got the call right. Lindor was way out of the baseline, nowhere near the baseline, trying to disrupt this play, trying to get something going. But all in all, umpire at home plate, I don't know your name, but you made the call right. You did a good job. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, we're going to have a lot more breakdowns coming. I enjoy doing these. They're fun. They're interesting. It kind of gets me a different avenue to talk about baseball, some rules, maybe some different, mindset, some different tips that guys are doing from a big league level. So it's super fun to watch, super fun to kind of analyze it. So like I said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll have a lot more breakdowns coming. We have a lot more podcasts. We have a lot of shorts coming. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok. We got a lot of cool stuff on there. Like, subscribe, comment on these videos on YouTube. I love doing them. I love that you guys are enjoying them, so it's super fun. But yeah, if you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm totally full of shit, you have no idea. You think I have no idea what I'm doing, let me know in the comments. If you think this umpire got it wrong, or if you're on Lindor's side, let me know, man. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. But again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll have plenty more coming, and we'll catch you in the next one.